Hey everyone, welcome to Monument Peak Saw House. This is kind of off the subject of the channel, but figured you'll probably see it in some videos, so I might as well show it, so that way if people ask, they know what it is. This is my new truck. It's a 1993 Ford F-150 XLT. Bought this from a guy out here, paid, so he wanted $2,500 for it. I talked him down to $2,250, and he threw in a canopy for nothing. Truck has just a little bit over 160,000 miles. I bought it with 159, 289 on it, so I've driven it for about a little over 1,000 miles. And I would have done a video sooner, but I wanted to get some miles in it and see how it performed and everything. See, I got this truck when I first got it. I went through, it's got fresh oil change, oil filter, brand new spark plugs in it, changed the rear differential, the transfer case, greased all the suspension, drive lines, rotated the tires, cleaned the air filter in it. Let's see, what else? Coolant, transmission's all good, power steering fluid's good. Only thing I haven't done is check the front differential. Some of the things on this is we'll start off on the outside. I put those LEDs on the front. They're two 2x4 brick Cree LED lights, 18 watts, super bright for those little ones. At some point that'll get a light bar. I just wanted those. They were 20 bucks for both of those, so they were a cheap thing. Front little brush guard on it, kind of wimpy. The paint on the hood, we don't know what happened. He said, the guy I bought it from said he'd never seen it do that before. The hood's gonna get repainted here shortly. It's the only place on the truck that it's peeling. It's just on the hood. Let's see, what else? It's sitting on 33-inch Toyo MT Open Countries. They are, what are they? 33 by 10.5 by R15 is what they are. They're 6-ply tires, over 50% on them right now. This is when I bought them. Said they had between 65-70%. It does have worn hubs on it, and he had the worn hubs installed, had the bigger tires put on. It does have a lift on it. I'm not sure what kind. I think it just has spacers on the springs on the front and then some kind of lift on the leaf springs in the back. Aftermarket rims on it, which I like, chrome rims. They're a little dirty. Steps he had put on it. XLT, so it's got the little bit different mirrors on it. Yeah, you can see all of the rest of the paint is perfect on it. There's a little scratch right there. Let's see, what else? Diamond plated tailgate with along the sides. This did have a fifth wheel in it at one point, and the guy that had it, he was the second owner. The first owner drove this truck for about 50,000 miles, brand new. Sold it to this guy. This guy drove it up until I bought it. Anyways, he did put a fifth wheel in it, and he said he towed the fifth wheel from where he bought it to his house, which was about an hour away, and then towed it to a glass repair shop to get a piece of glass fixed, and then sold it. So it towed a fifth wheel 2 times. It was all, so then he said the reason he got rid of it is because they didn't want to use it anymore. Did tow, he said it hauled some odds and ends. It towed a little trailer occasionally, moving firewood. It does have these cool things. If you can see here, these tie downs will slide back and forth about 10 inches, so you can get different purchase points. It doesn't have D-rings in it. At some point I'll put those in it. Anyways, diamond plated bed rails, toolbox or tailgate. Tailgate works. It does have a tow package on it. Bumper's in good shape. One little ding right there. This is a work truck, so I'm not too terrible worried about how it looks. It does have airbags in it. He had those installed, which are super nice. All the guys I've talked to that have buddies that have this truck are same year, a little bit newer, a little bit older. said get them. This is a short, standard cab, short bed, just a short wide truck, single fuel tank. The only cosmetic damage other than the hood is this scratch right here. And what happened was the guy was moving the pickup into his shop, or out in front of his shop to change the oil in it, had it up on ramps, or was driving it up on ramps, and anyways one of the ramps slipped out and he drove through his shop door, which did this. It actually pinned his arm in the door, and he about had to call the fire department. He said to get out, but it's not really a dent, even just more of a scratch. So this will get painted and I'll just call it good. Doesn't affect anything in it. It's like I said, it's just going to be a work truck. It'd be more hassle trying to find a door for it to match the interior of it and everything. Let's see, we'll go look inside here. This is all original inside. I got some of my crap in there, lunch from today. All original. He did have tinted windows put in it. I don't know what percent tint they have. Tinted windows, all original, everything. Truck, since this XLT, does have cruise control, power windows, power locks, power mirrors. It is an automatic. He had this big, not this floor mat, but this big black floor mat put in, which is nice for a work truck. Since I've had it in here, this thing was immaculate. It's dirtier now than it was when I bought it. Aftermarket radio in it, which it works okay. I don't like it. I'll replace it at some point. Had these cup holders up here, up top. Is what those are. You can put phones in them. Actually, they open way up, so they're kind of nice. They're a little awkward to grab stuff while you're driving, but little cup holder down there. And cubby had a brake energizer on it for when he towed trailers with it. He said he just put it in there, used it about 3 times. PowerPoint, cigarette lighter. Never had cigarettes in here. Actually, this is all brand new. Glove box. I put in a CB. I had a CB for it, and I put that in there. Just wired it in simple. Switch for the headlights, or the auxiliary lights. Like I said, automatic. Right now it currently has, we'll find out here. Turn my music down. Rocking out. 160,451.7 miles on it, is what it's got on it right now. Everything reads out good on it. Tilt wheel. Pop the hood here. Like I said, everything's original. Only where it's got on the inside is just right here, just some fraying. For now though, it's okay. And then right here, you can see that's where your knee rubs when you're riding. Like I said, everything's original. Windows work, locks work, mirrors work, everything works in the pickup. Haven't had any problems with it. All the lights work. Will come. Here's my CB antenna. That CB antenna right there is about probably a $350,000 CB antenna that came off of a brand new 324D cat shovel. Guy that gave it to me had it, and they had that one on, and then they had another smaller fire stick, and he said it just looked goofy, so they put 2 of the equal size, and he gave me that one, and I set that up. So that's my antenna. The coax goes, well, here, I'll show you here in a second. I have to get the hood open here real quick. There we go. It's got the 302 5-liter motor in it, is what it's got in it. He did have them put on a K&N cool air intake, K&N air filter. Had them do that, had the suspension lift and all that over time. That's on there. That was cleaned when I first got it. Anyways, my CB coax runs underneath the bed, or underneath the cab. Comes underneath, there's a plug underneath behind the seat, and then back up under my floor mat to my CB. It was easier that way than trying to go through the firewall. Just way easier. Anyways, 302 in it, cold air intake. let's see, that's all that he's about done to it. There's some fuses in here for the auxiliary lights. He's got the front ones, and then he's got some rear backup lights that are wired in that are going to be replaced. Haven't had any issues with this. Very easy to work on. I just put new plugs in it about 3 days ago. He had actually put new plugs in it before. I didn't know. He didn't have a service record for it. He had a big box of receipts he gave me, and I didn't find anything on when the plugs were replaced. There were 20 bucks for plugs. I put new ones in just for the heck of it, kept the old ones. Wires were brand new, rotors new, everything like that's new in it. AC, this truck does have heat, obviously, works great. Heater heats you out of there. AC will make you get out of there. It gets so cold. Plus it's the AC that you can charge. I don't remember what it is for the, what that's called, but you can recharge it yourself. Really good motor, like it, easy to work on, pretty inexpensive to get parts for, good motor, lots of power. What else on this pickup? Not a whole lot else. The only other thing I've had to do, which their main thing, Flowmaster exhaust, full Flowmaster exhaust. It does have the cat in it. I don't know if it's gutted or anything like that. I know it's in there. The exhaust on it was only a year old when I got it, and he said this truck hadn't had 5,000 miles put on it in a year. He said it was just very low mileage. He towards the end there, he bought a new Chevy pickup, and this was just sitting there trying to get rid of it, was all he was doing with it. Anyways, Flowmaster exhaust. It's either a 3-inch pipe coming to a 4-inch tip, I think is what it is. Anyways, the only other thing I had to do is when he put these larger tires on it, the spare tire wouldn't fit because the 33s were a little bit wider tire. And so he took that off. I've just been putting the spare tire back in. You just have to put a little bit longer bolts in it. But I got that spare tire holder at a pick-apart. Just went and picked it up. Things to come on this pickup are here really soon, probably in the next couple weeks. That backup light and those are the rear auxiliary ones I was talking about. Those are going to get replaced with LEDs. Bed liner is going to go in so I don't tear the back of it up. Toolbox will go in, and then I'm going to build a headache rack, custom headache rack for it. Build that. You see the 372 in there. I've hauled wood in this. This hauls just a hair over half a cord to load without racks. With racks, you could probably do, I don't know, like a third of a cord, something like that, a little bit more. Maybe 3/4 of a cord with racks. Airbags make it real stable, doesn't squat at all hardly. Other than that, single gas tank, the steps on it. We'll start it up here and let you listen. 4-wheel drive, I forgot to mention that. It is a 4-wheel drive rig. 4-wheel drive works real good. Manual hubs on it, which is fine. I prefer because you don't have all the motor and everything that can go wrong. The F-150s we've driven in the past, we've had 2 different ones that had with automatic hubs have issues with them. So I like that part of it. It sounds good with the Flowmaster in it. Really nice pickup. Runs really good. You can see everything runs good in it. Nice motor. Come back here to the exhaust. You can hear it rumbles pretty good. You can definitely hear it in the cab, especially if you get a half quart of wood in there. You can hear it rumble pretty good, which is nice. Reminds me of my diesel I had. But it's been a really good truck for what I paid for it. I have a buddy that's got a 94 F-150 with the 351 Windsor in it, and he loves his, and his actually has 250,000 miles on it, still original motor. The transmission was rebuilt. Also, I forgot to mention in this, the original motor it blew up Had 107,000 miles, and the guy took it in and had Ford completely replace it. Ford did it. I have the receipt from it from Ford. Put in a brand new 302 motor, and then while he was at it, he had him just rebuild the transmission. He said on the first rebuilt transmission he got about 700 miles and the transmission blew up. Took it back, it was under warranty, had him rebuild it again. He got about 25,000 miles out of it and it blew up again. So he took it to he got his money back, took it to a different place, and they said what the problem was is they were putting plastic gears in it, and they tore it apart and showed him all the gears. They were all plastic, and before they put it back together, they showed him what they were putting in. It's all metal gears, and he said this transmission's been in it for about 30,000 miles. So it's got about 30,000 miles on a rebuilt transmission and about 53,000 miles on a brand new motor. Like I said, haven't had any issues with it at all. Runs like a top. My buddy with the 94, his is still going strong. His is in a little bit better shape than mine is. His is an extended cab with the 351 in it, a little bit more power. Really good truck, good work truck for what I use. I can haul my 3-wheeler in here, pull a trailer with it. I know when I put in a headache rack and toolbox, I'll lose some bed space. I can still haul my 3-wheeler, just have the tailgate down. Really good truck. Love it. Just a great work truck, run around truck. Love Fords. I'll hopefully keep this truck for the rest of my life. So if you got any questions on these for what I can help you with, I'll try to help you. And if you see anything you like, comment and I'll tell you about how I did it on whatever. But just there's my new truck. Thanks for watching.